moving forward.
Wake up, y'all. Come on, have a great day. Ooh.
Good morning, Wilmington. What's going on? I'm your main man, Big Ive, and we are here today with my main man who took over the show yesterday and did a hell of a job. Did a 360 in the parking lot with
You
it.
already know I was doing donuts out there.
Donuts, man, just like DSU days.
Appreciate you giving me the keys, man.
Man, you got it,
I
man.
hope I held it down, and I
it.
had a great time yesterday. So once again, shout out to Trippy. Shout out to our other guest, my man Dwayne Sims.
He killed it, and he
Right.
killed that suit too.
And Tahira from Black Restaurant Week.
Yeah, it was a nice show. It was a
Thank you. I
very
appreciate it,
entertaining
man.
show. Some people in the comments were like,
but-
we're not gonna call no names, but no, just positive vibes, man. Like this is all we here for is positive vibes,
So
right?
I will say that.
Yeah.
Since you brought this
Yeah,
up, that was
positive
my
vibes,
first
man.
time by myself.
Yeah.
Sitting up here by myself. So, of course, there was some nerves and some different things. But
Bro,
once again,
look,
the energy
man,
was
let
so
that
good.
go.
And even with that, we appreciate you because anybody, if you, even with the negative energy, you were watching.
But the thing,
So thank you.
And we like to call ourselves spin doctors, right? Because at the end of the day, what we will do is take everything that you said and be freaking better and greater tomorrow. So with that being said, I got my main man here with me.
What up, though?
Radio Shack is in the building.
And we got another dope day.
Another
High
day.
energy. I mean, the place is packed. The plaza's popping right
Yeah.
now.
Tell them who we got in the building.
Oh, first off, okay. We have a lot of people in the building. So we do have NERDiT.
NERDiT is in the building. Jessica Gibson, Brokenbaugh is here. Hey,
Okay.
Jess.
NERDiT Cares. Let's be clear.
Okay, NERDiT Cares.
Okay.
And NERDiT Cares is the nonprofit, right?
Correct.
That's doing amazing things in the community, giving kids computers.
Well, no, you got to let them do that.
Okay, my bad.
It's just the intros right
I'm the
now.
hype,
All right,
man.
so
I'm bad.
then we got Nikita Thomas
Okay.
from Rooted AF.
Rooted AF, the what is she called? Like the Alchemist? Is it the Alchemist?
I don't know, but I'm ready to
taste.
taste the experiments because I heard we have some gifts today.
Bro, look, her food is so amazing. They are in what supermarket? ShopRite.
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 Woo!
Jensen's.
So go to your local ShopRite and your Jensen's and get your Rooted AF.
It's support, man.
All right, just support.
It's support. The food is freaking amazing. The empanadas, dog.
Popping?
Like,
Can't wait.
Like,
That's
a,
good.
like
I
a
can't
house
wait.
party in the
And
Bronx.
I've been talking about.
Early 80s.
Wow, that's serious. Let's keep it going. We also got Chemours in the building.
Chemours is in the building. Shout
big
out to
dogs.
Chemours. Doing some dope stuff in
Right?
the community.
So we got to talk about that.
And yeah.
We have big brothers, big sisters of Delaware.
Right. Love it. And they got a special announcement, right?
They do. Yeah,
Okay.
man. There's a lot
But
of things going on. But
at the
first,
table,
right now,
we're
going to let them do it themselves.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself to the people of Wilmington.
Delaware, the world.
The world, Craig.
world,
I'm
Craig.
sorry.
We like the world.
The
We
world.
like the
Let's
world.
go
We
with
like
it.
the world. So
Homeboy
let's go
burning
to the world.
incense.
Yeah, let's spark up.
He
Go
done
ahead
sparked
and set the
up.
vibes, set
He
the
done let-
intentions.
Shout out to the Wilmington PD. I mean, not Wilmington PD, Wilmington Fire
Fire
Department.
department.
Right. No, he's setting in. So what are you doing right now, bro? Setting intentions?
Yeah, this is it's called 7 chakras, and it just helps to make sure my senses is just aware.
Okay.
That's all. So yeah, I do this like every day. I wake up, I light Palo Santo, then after that might do some sage depending on what the energy is, and then I'll put an incense,
Okay.
drink my tea, and get ready for my rising.
There you go. I love it.
Grand Rising.
So in the building we got
Right.
Shakira, right, and Seven God.
Yes.
Some of the dopest creators on this side of the Mason-Dixon. You know what I mean? And I say that, and I'm not really light when I say that,
Yeah.
Shaq, because like I looked at her work like years ago. Yo, and we were talking the other night. Yo,
We had a moment.
We had a moment,
We had
man.
a moment.
Yeah, we had like a brother sister moment. Like,
was a moment.
like I was admiring her work, she was admiring my work, and we were like, yo, we got to work. You know what I
Here
mean?
we are.
And the way that it goes here at DETV is if your energy doesn't match our frequency, we can't do business. We can't work together. We can't do anything.
All money ain't good money.
And yesterday's
part.
price ain't today's price.
You heard me?
Oh, no.
So
Today's
listen.
price ain't yesterday's price.
I am not familiar with her work,
Okay.
but I sat next to her at the Dirty Popcorn Film Festival.
Jeff Phoenix.
And I was super impressed from then.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to hear everything
Yeah.
else that you have going on. That's not my phone.
Right.
So please, nobody get upset at me. Let's go.
No, so you got an event coming up right this weekend.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
That's all right.
He great blind to
Energy out here.
girl.
It's like going into my eyes, but we're well, and it smells really good.
Yeah.
So I'm Shakira. I'm a branding and lifestyle photographer, creative, entrepreneur, artist, curator, all things that just like feel good to me in spirit. And alongside Seven God, we really have this dope opportunity to curate actually a series of events for the PMA. We've been building a really beautiful relationship with them, and we decided to go in on a partnership to do really like exposing who we are as artists, but also ways that we can integrate more creative activities and wellness within the community. And it's just being done so organically. This conversation started off as a way to do like a beautiful festival, and then it expanded into a series of programs. So we're kicking off September, actually in a 3-way partnership with Fringe Arts, the PMA, of course, and then Rec Philly, because we will have Will Toms, who's the co-founder of Rec Philly, moderate.
Awesome dude,
yeah. So we've got like a plethora of things happening all at once and simultaneously. So there's going to be a photo installation activation, which will feature both of our bodies of work. So mine's, which is Give Me My Flowers, and Seven has a new body of work that he's been building, which is All Geniuses Need Therapy. So we're featuring works from that very much. And he can talk a little bit more about that. But that's going to be displayed really beautifully with like this pop-up installation that we curated from a previous event. And then that's going to follow an artist dialogue. So Will's going to moderate that. It's going to be vibes. You definitely don't want to miss it.
Where's it at?
It's going to be at the PMA Perlman building.
Okay. And where's that at?
Off of the Parkway, almost like adjacent in Philadelphia. Yeah. It's
Love
like
it.
adjacent to the art museum.
I'm gonna have to
Give
show
them
up.
the date and the time again.
Yeah, it's going to be this Friday, September 22nd, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
That's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Do you want to
I'm
add anything?
gonna hop down there right after Stephen A. Smith leaves
Yeah.
here.
Oh, that's on the bag?
We'll talk about that. That's this Friday.
Snap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's going to be dope.
Okay.
And
All
that's
right.
just going to be the first of many, because what we have coming up after that is what?
We have a dinner coming up, so like a gratitude feast coming up with the PMA. And then in January, we'll be doing like a immersive art, fashion, and sound concert experience.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then that'll lead up into their big event, which is called Artish, which is what we kicked off this year with this display. So everything is going to be like, you know.
Back to
It's going
back.
back to
Back
back.
to back.
Do people need to register?
You do need to
Yeah,
register. I would say the best way to do it is if you are a member of Fringe Arts, the PMA, or Rec Philly, you have links to that. There
Okay.
should be an email blast to that where you can register as a member for free. Plus, you get 2 guest tickets. If you're not a member, then you can just register for $15, and you can do that with the link in my bio, and you can find that at shakirahunt.creativestudio on Instagram.
Dope.
Really quick, can you just let, for those who don't know, what the acronym PMA stands for?
Yeah.
Because we've said it several times. And
So the PMA is the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and if you're familiar with the iconic Rocky Steps, that's the building. It's not in that building, it's the historic building next door to it, which is a part of their institution. It's called
sweet.
the Perlman Building.
That's what's up. All right, I'm gonna be there.
yeah, don't try to run the steps though.
Shoot, you
Dude,
should-
no,
I
it's a
can't-
thing. It's really a thing.
I'm sure it
No,
is.
he's telling me like I can't even put a run in the stocking.
I don't see
All
my
right.
man
You
tripping
got
down
it.
the
I
steps,
believe in
yo.
you.
Well, at least someone does. Look, thank you guys so much for
You're
stopping by.
welcome. Thank
Give them
you.
your information where they can follow you and check your work out because again, some amazing artists.
Yeah, you can find me at shakirahunt.creativestudio, and then I have my series Instagram, which is givememyflowers.theseries on IG.
And you can find me at 7GodXX on social media.
You gonna have to lead them incense too, bro.
Yeah,
you
that
done
smells
set
super
that
good.
standard. They right. I feel like I'm laid back. I'm great.
Yeah.
Listening to some
Some Sade.
Something.
Yeah.
some good
I start doing these
vibes.
interviews with my shoes off.
No,
Yeah,
please.
no, ground
We're gonna need more
yourself.
incense then. All right, man.
All right, thank you guys so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
Appreciate
Pleasure.
y'all.
Good seeing
Peace
you
and
again.
blessings.
All
All
right,
right.
my brother.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. Who we got coming up next?
NERDiT Cares.
No, you better say cares.
NERDiT
You
Cares.
better say cares.
All right.
You better say cares.
So make sure you stay tuned.
Just from
No. Where's she from?
Why?
Nah, I don't believe it.
She gonna match your
NERDiT
energy.
Cares, back in 2 minutes, right here. Good morning, Wilmington in the plaza.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware, We are digital platform innovators, and we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
Welcome back. It is Wednesday, September 20th, right here. Good morning, Wilmington, or good rising, Wilmington, based off of the incense still sparking in here. Right?
I'm ready to sing On My Own.
But please don't let them sing it. Yo, so listen, back to the business, right? Our next guest is NERDiT Cares. NERDiT Cares is dedicated to closing the digital divide and creating generational wealth for underserved communities. They accomplish this by donating devices back into the community and training individuals to enter the technology workforce with the skills, certifications, and entrepreneurial training they need to succeed. Joining us today are Executive Director Jessica, I was gonna say, is it still? We could say Jessica Gibson, Jessica Brokenbaugh. She said Gibson earlier, so it goes back and forth.
I know. We want to give my husband some.
Yeah, so
give him
okay, there you go.
Respect
on that name.
His name.
Exactly.
Right.
So, Executive Director Jessica Brokenbaugh and Operations Manager Jasmine is in the building, so I didn't want to say that.
Jasmine, she got crystals around her neck too. Like you can pull out some incense.
Yeah.
No.
I gotta make the energy good.
Right. It's all about energy today.
It's all about energy.
Yeah.
Big vibes.
Yeah. So welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
No, thanks for coming. It's been a long time, Jess. Like if we reunited.
So I gotta interrupt, right? Because before we get to the business of it,
let them know.
Our guest yesterday, right? I knew both of them for 30 years. And people are like, oh, I can't believe you knew them so long. This right here is probably going to be the person I've known the longest ever sitting next to me. When I first met her, I was 4 years old.
Sandbox. We talking Sandbox.
In kindergarten.
That's wild.
At St. Nicholas of Talentine Grammar School in the BX. So I am so honored to have her sitting here right now. So please, once again, introduce yourself, tell them about NERDiT Cares, and let's get it rocking.
Thank you. Full circle moment for all our Bronx heads out there and our folks that we grew up with. So it's pretty cool to be here with you as well. So NERDiT Cares, right? So what's the first thing we want to talk about, guys? When we talk about NERDiT Cares.
Let's talk about what is NERDiT Cares and how it originated.
Awesome, thank you. So NERDiT Now, who everyone knows really, really well, our awesome cousin, was founded by Marquise Gideon, and he founded the organization simply based on love for computers and technology. The reality was he was a poor black boy who found a computer that changed his life.
Right.
And he wanted to provide that opportunity for other people that looked like him and from his communities as well. In doing so, what he did was he created a massive and enormous brand. He went on Shark Tank. Everyone knows he went on Shark Tank, which was really exciting. And when he finished that endeavor, he realized that not only did I have a concept and a great branding opportunity, but I have a responsibility to my community. Right. And in that time, what he did was he created a workforce development program where folks were able to come in and learn how to repair computers and fix them. At the time, it was to work in the store, in the NERDiT Now store that originally was in Newport.
Right.
Now the organization has evolved through COVID. The organization NERDiT Cares surfaced through COVID under the NERDiT Now umbrella, where they distributed over 10,000 computers in the community in real time, right?
Yeah, that's
so in a time when people were just uncertain about what life looks like, where kids didn't have the tools to be able to learn and be able to be really positioned to succeed during an uncertain time. And that's when NERDiT Cares kind of blossomed. Right. And over the years, NERDiT Cares has done tons of tremendous support in the community, from workforce development opportunities to over 80 individuals, providing them opportunities to work in the technology field, shifting generational wealth patterns. And now when people say to us, well, what's NERDiT Now doing? We say NERDiT Now is doing stuff on 3030 Bauer Street. Right. They're doing recycles and doing amazing stuff on Bauer Street. They're hiring our people that we're working through. That's right. So there's some synergy there, hiring our folks. So they're coming to us, NERDiT Cares, to get this training and these certifications, and we're helping them get jobs. Our last cohort, we're super excited. We are at about an 80% job placement rate. Nice. These programs are free to the community, and when people think about NERDiT Now, we want people to understand who NERDiT Cares is. Right. NERDiT Cares is the heartbeat of NERDiT Now, which is a separate entity, and Marquivas and I are working intangibly together, but we are separate organizations with separate missions. Yeah. And we want people to know that, because we want people to know where to donate their devices to, right? Right. How to support our organization. So typically, the Newport store will receive all kind of donations. They would refurbish them and repurpose them. And now at NERDiT Cares, we're super excited to celebrate our grand opening. Are you okay over there, Ivan?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Okay, don't be nervous. I know you're super excited, because all this NERDiT Cares stuff would make anybody excited, right? So I get it. So just try to contain yourself. Just try to contain yourself a little bit.
It's overwhelming.
So on September 28th, which is really what we want why we here want the community to know that we're having our grand opening. So what does that mean? We are on 9th Street now in Wilmington.
In a beautiful building.
Thank you so much. And the reason why we're there is because, not that we didn't love Newport, but because our number one barrier for our targeted population was transportation. Right. And NERDiT Cares is intentional about dealing with barriers and dealing with them head on. So now we have folks that can walk to us. We're nestled between the east side and the west side. You know, I'm from New York, so I get on my sides, right? And then we're not too far from the north side. Right. So it allows folks to be able to not have and not deal with the number one challenge that some of our communities deal with, which is transportation. Yeah, and everything's walking distance, so they can get right there. That's right. Now, I did a walkthrough through the building, I want to say a little bit ago, and it was, number one, beautiful building. Thank you. But number two, beautiful building. Number one, just the people there that came in to participate in the workforce development program was like, they were, Shaq, when I mean to tell you, they were happy to be there, and they're learning a whole different skill. Man, it was a beautiful sight to see in the new Wilmington. That's right. I have to say that, because Wilmington is definitely growing and looking much better than it did a couple of years ago. But the organizations now are playing huge parts, and people like Marquivas, you are playing huge parts in making sure that people have what they need to survive and get through the struggle. So hats off to you both for doing what you do. Thank you. And that's my next question, leading in. Why did you pick NERDiT Cares? So NERDiT Cares chose me. That I didn't pick NERDiT, they chose me. So NERDiT Cares originally. But you could have went anywhere. I could have, but if anyone knows me, my heartbeat is the community, right? There we go. And my heartbeat is understanding that underserved people and people who are underserved, no matter what they look like, deserve an opportunity. Right. And when Marquivas and the team were looking to hire an executive director and we engaged, it just became natural synergy. Right. It really did. And they had a wonderful team in place that had been leading this charge for so long, and it just seemed like a natural fit. It just seemed like a natural fit to really contribute to an environment and build people and change people's people's lives. It's just what I like to do.
Right.
So it's hard work because running a nonprofit is not easy.
Rewind that, Selector.
So
Rewind.
it's hard work. Running a nonprofit is not easy. But we're here and we're thriving and we're super excited about our expansion plans. And one of the things that's happening at our grand opening on September 28th at 3 o'clock at 212 West 9th Street in Wilmington is the opening of our repair corner.
What's that?
Jasmine, tell them about the repair corner.
That seems like it's Jasmine's baby.
Well, the whole thing is my baby. I've been here since the inception of NERDiT Cares. So yeah, I've done seen it grow. And to highlight, we have an all women's team over here at NERDiT Cares.
Yes, wow. We're the Nerdettes.
Yeah, we're the Nerdettes.
They got a name
it's
and
all women over here. So we're doing a pretty good.
Got a jersey.
We will. It's coming. That's a good idea.
Pink jackets like the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, like okay, I'm sorry.
That's why. But I mean, your iPad right now is in good condition, but with no case, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to see us in about a good month.
I bet you I won't. This just for show. Oh, the case right there, baby girl.
Okay,
no, I don't play that game.
That's why I said we can make that bet. But just in case you need to come, we will be able to repair that. iPhones, any iPhone up to at least the 12. The 13, we're still working out the kinks. But Androids, tablets, we're doing minor computer fixes for now, but we'll repair all of that stuff. We're falling below a good rate for the community, hence why we're still going to keep our rates reasonable for the people that we serve initially. And we have one of our individuals who've been with us for the longest time who's going to start off the repair corner, and she's going to be the one up training all the individuals who will be working in the repair corner going forward as apprentices.
That's beautiful. Just to clarify, if people have any type of technology, right, they can bring it to the repair corner and get it fixed.
That's right.
Right.
For a reasonable price.
No, my case right here. I don't know where his case, right?
Case.
Yeah, for a below reasonable price.
Don't tell nobody. It's from Del State, so don't tell nobody there's no case. I'm sorry. My bad.
Well, if Del State needs services, we can provide Del State services.
Then there you go. There's the link.
We can do that as well.
We've helped provide computer labs for organizations, all the devices that they need. We did the setup, the install, all of that as well.
Since you've been there since the very beginning, right? And I remember Marquivas was giving out computers. What is that like for a child to receive a computer from the inner city? How does that feel to the child, to the children, parents, and to NERDiT Cares?
It is. It's like you can't really explain it. You just have to feel it to be there type of situation. It's like very exciting. It's rewarding. It's long lasting because we have people who come back to us and it's constantly like, I've already came here. You guys donated me this. I'm in this position now. I want to buy. So it turns from thanks for donating to I want to support.
Right.
So it becomes a longer lasting experience for us because we see things come full circle, not only with the people we donate to, but the people we educate as well. So, I mean, we've done everything from taking the ambulance around a neighborhood on Christmas and donating computers. So I will say we're going higher than that with what we plan to accomplish going forward with NERDiT Cares and our team.
Love it.
That's perfect. Speaking of going higher, right? So, Ivan, you mentioned we're in the new Wilmington.
Right.
And this question is for either of you. How do you feel NERDiT Cares will play a major part in the new Wilmington?
Good question.
Oh, that's a great question, Shaq. And I think it's evident by our work, right? So if an individual lives in the city of Wilmington and hasn't had equitable employment opportunities, equitable training opportunities, or education, they're sitting at home, hopeless, and hopefully not engaging in any inappropriate activity, right? However, when they come to us, the paradigm shift that happens now, we provide hope, we provide the opportunity, we provide the training, we provide the experience, we provide the support. We're dealing with those barriers and helping eliminate and remove those barriers so that this individual has a full opportunity to be successful and shift their generational wealth.
Right.
So now, through working with us, we've had an individual come to us. It's one of our greatest success stories. He came to us making $32,000 an hour. He lived in the Route 9 corridor, right? One of our most...
An hour?
A salary. So these are people who have, who are thriving and trying to thrive. So $32,000 a year. He came to us, spent 16 weeks with us in our program, and we were able to help him garner a job as a network engineer from home, making $87,000 a year.
Wow.
So when we talk about impact, under my leadership, you're going to be able to touch it, feel it, and see it. And our hope and intent is that transcends throughout the community, and we start seeing these ripple effects throughout the community.
So I think that answers your question,
Yes,
guy.
that's a great answer.
You know, capeless superheroes at the table. You know,
all women
Thank
too.
you.
all women.
All women too.
Yeah, Thunderbirds.
I like that.
Thunderbirds.
That sounds like a throwback. I'm not that old.
Yeah, I know. She looked at us crazy.
She's like, what's grease? She's like, what's grease?
Grease. Hair grease? Like, nah.
We'll talk about that later,
Don't worry
Jasmine.
about it. I'm sorry, Jasmine.
But one of the things I do want to make sure that everyone knows is that our grand opening is open to the community, and we want everyone to come out and support. But now that you're able to make donations through us, so we're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 3, doing repairs and receiving donations, and we do provide receipts for those donations. And those donations come into our classroom to be used on hands-on instruction. So if you were to donate a device that had a broken screen, we would work with our students to help them teach them how to repair that screen.
Wow.
And or it could be deployed back into the community as a refurbished tool for a person who doesn't have a computer.
That's beautiful. So it's going. Any donation will be utilized at the optimum level.
That's right, and they should always come to 212 West 9th Street at NERDiT Cares.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you so much.
That's your camera. Go ahead. You got 30 seconds. Let the community know what you.
Thank you.
About you.
Thank you. If you are interested in learning about any opportunities around workforce development and technology, give us a call or actually just check us out on our website at nerditcares.org. If you're interested in donating any equipment, contact us there as well. And if you're interested in supporting our organization financially and possibly supporting a student and or a classroom, we'd love to have a conversation with you at nerditcares.org.
So wait a minute. So they can support. I'm going to go back to that. A company can support a student.
Correct.
What does that look like?
So it looks like covering the cost for that tuition.
Okay.
Or it looks like an individual donor saying, I believe in what they're doing and I want to make monthly contributions to their program to support their overall program. Or these wonderful corporations that we have in our community who are very community focused minded, considering us for some really great funding opportunities and partnership opportunities.
That is the perfect segue.
That is the
because
perfect segue.
Our next guest
Oh, God. Don't go into it yet.
is a
Wait minute.
I'm not going to get specific, but they're a corporation that are heavily invested in the community.
Well, I didn't know that, Sedway,
But-
so maybe you can help me out in that conversation.
There you
and
go.
do some
Right.
stuff in
Well,
that
listen, that's
conversation.
why you're on the
Commercial break,
plaza.
you're like, so-and-so, this is
Yeah,
so-and-so.
exactly.
Absolutely,
Can we make
absolutely.
so-and-so happen?
And that's what we do right here on DETV.
Yeah, that's
Good
what it's-
morning, Wilmington.
That's what it's all about, man. Full circle, like you said, Jess.
100% positive news, 100% of the time.
No, 200%. 200%.
200% of the time.
That's a lot
I
of
don't
time.
see it there.
Well, this is not the news show.
It still plays into all that
Right,
you're doing,
it
right?
does, it
The
does.
black and white van will always be.
Come on.
With the dead.
Always be.
With the in the ripped jeans. I'm a
At one point, there was a
memorialize.
couch in the back for those that wanted to take a longer ride. So it was a pretty cool van.
Yo, for years, my office used to be at the mill and pizza shops.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But anyhow,
Not no more.
Full circle, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
really
for having us.
appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
So this is what we do here at DETV. We give people keys, right? You have keys now that anything that you have going on, please stop by and tell us so we can tell the world.
That would be awesome. We appreciate that.
All right, you
Thank
got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up.
When we get back from this break.
Yo, I'm still waiting for is it rice and peas?
Rice and beans.
Rice and beans.
Rice and beans
From
is
the
Spanish.
CEO. No.
Oh.
Yes, I'm still waiting.
Correct. You're not
Mark
going to
Newman.
get that. You could keep waiting.
CEO Mark Newman.
Because he's not here to give you your rice and peas.
Rice and peas.
Jamaicans do rice and peas.
Right.
but
Right.
We have a very special guest from Chemours here with us, which we're going to introduce you to right after this break. So make sure you stay tuned. DETV, Good Morning Wilmington.
The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program is still accepting applications. Funding is limited. Apply today. This grant program provides up to $50,000 to qualified Delaware families for eligible housing-related expenses, such as future or delinquent mortgage payments, property taxes, homeowners association fees, or water or sewage fees. Over $20 million has already been dispersed statewide. The Delaware Mortgage Relief Program. Visit online or call 888-303-4324 for more information.
A new beginning, a second chance. Call it what you want, but this is what never giving up looks like. This is what finding someone who believes in you looks like. I thought Goodwill was just a store until a friend told me about Train to Gain through Goodwill's Job Resource Center. After 5 years away, I had a lot of self-doubt and fear about my future. But Goodwill had my back, and today, I love where I work. They matched me with an employer who believes in second chances, and now I have a new start thanks to Goodwill.
To learn more about Goodwill's career development opportunities, call today.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can dart to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
You know the why for state-of-the-art fitness centers and amazing pools.
But we're so much more.
The why is where Delawareans improve their health.
Where our communities get stronger.
Where everyone belongs.
It's where we battle chronic disease.
Where cancer survivors restore their mind and body.
And weight loss goals become lifelong habits.
We are the why.
Good for you and good for the community.
Welcome back. We're right here in the plaza.
That was a heck of an
I
interview.
do it every time. The first, I come back loud. Welcome back.
Yo,
I want to
you
make
come
sure
back.
everybody's awake. It's morning time, right?
You come back like we
Strong.
Strong.
There you go. But yes, you're right. Our last guest, the guest that we had, period. It's been a great show so far.
Amazing show, man. Amazing show. And it's just a testament on what we can show, the goodness in Delaware. You know, the people that are doing amazing things in Delaware. And speaking of people doing amazing things in Delaware, who we got?
We have an amazing person with an amazing company. So first, let's talk about Chemours.
Let's talk about it. What is Chemours? Let me ask you.
No, she's going to do that. I'm going to give you the technical.
Okay.
And then we're going to let her break it down.
Okay.
All right? So the Chemours
last.
company helps create a colorful, capable, and cleaner world through the power of chemistry. Chemours is a global leader in titanium technologies, floral products, and chemical solutions, providing its customers with solutions in a wide range of industries with market-defining products, application, expertise, and chemistry-based innovations.
Damn.
In 2016, Chemours announced that it would selected Wilmington, Delaware as the location for its global headquarters. Ever since then, they've been an integral part of the community and specifically HBCU Week. Let's warmly welcome Chemours' SVP of Corporate Communications and Chief Brand Officer, Miss Alvenia Scarborough.
Hey, good morning.
Thank you so much.
Why are you reading all that corporate speak?
Because I had to get that out the way.
Why do you just ask me what Chemours was?
That's what you do, right?
I'm gonna ask you.
You know, let me give you the straight version.
Yes, thank you, the layman.
Yeah, let me give you the layman version. So, Chemours.
Right.
Chemours is a chemical company. Let's just start there.
Okay.
Right? But we are a different kind of chemical company. Why? One, because we're only 8 years old, so we're young, innovative, energetic, looking at the industry completely differently than others who may have been around a little bit longer than us.
Right.
Second thing is Chemours makes products that change the world, right? So those iPads on this desk, the 5G communications that we're using to stream this all over the place, electric vehicles, semiconductor chips, we make those things possible at Chemours, right? So that's the takeaway. But what makes us really special, what I really want y'all to know, is that a part of what makes us different is our focus on people, right? Because we believe that we can do well by doing good and doing right by people.
Damn.
And we do that in every community where we operate. And of course, that starts right here in Wilmington, where we are proudly headquartered right here in downtown Wilmington, right? So that's who we are. Yes. Right, so you take that corporate
Right. Go ahead.
I want you to ball that up. I want you to throw it out. And next time I come here, don't read that corporate
That's
description.
fine.
Throw it out
We
the
needed
window.
that. I needed you to explain the brand.
I'm gonna need her to sit
You
right
know
here.
what I mean?
I'm gonna need her to sit right here. Yo, damn.
Deep. That was
That
deep.
was
And it's thrown out. But listen,
gave us the skinny.
I was kind of showing off.
You that was
right, because I was reading the floral products and all that good stuff that people might not know about. But guess what I do?
What?
Because I used to be a corporate accountant at Chemours.
That's right.
Small world, right?
Right?
Small world,
for many
right?
years. And I have to say, before we continue, I had a great experience with Chemours.
Thank you for saying
Mark Newman is an amazing leader. At the time, he was the CFO. He's now currently the CEO.
That's right.
And the one thing that I can honestly say, she just said, it's always been about the people. Not just with the community, also I'm speaking from the employees.
Sure, absolutely.
And my time at Chemours, I had some of the most diverse leadership that I've ever had in my 20 years of corporate America.
Nice.
And even when I decided to go, we left on great terms, and I still look at Chemours as family.
Thank you for that. We appreciate that, and I think you hit on something really important that I want to pick up on. Shaq talked about the diversity of our leadership.
Yeah.
I would say that we have the most diverse executive leadership team in the industry, and our board. And let's not forget that our CEO is a proud Jamaican man who can break it down if he wants to in a minute. Smartest man that I know, and really taking this company to a different place. And Shaq said it is about the people and driving inclusion and diversity. And that is why the partnership between Chemours and HBCU Week was such a natural thing for us. Because that's organically who we are, right? And we believe that the next great innovation that comes out of our industry or out of Chemours is gonna be realized on the back of diverse talent. Right. People who are coming into the room and challenging ways of thinking, that are seeing the world from a different perspective, bringing their unique backgrounds into the discussion. That's where the next great innovation is coming from. And that requires that we diversify and make more inclusive our company, not just Chemours, but our industry. And that is what led us to partner with HBCU Week and to introduce a really dynamic and industry-changing program, the Future of STEM Scholars Initiative, or FOSSI, as we like to call it for short, right?
You know, it was so beautiful. I haven't never worked at Chemours, and being on the outside of it, right, and being a Delaware native, I sit here for many, many moons and watch companies come in, right? And I watch companies come into the state of Delaware and then also the city of Wilmington, and not one, give a damn, right? And two, like there's no diversity, right? But what I've experienced and just being on the outside and watching is how Chemours came. The city was like, okay, everyone was waiting to see. But Dion said it best. It's personal. It's not business. And what I mean by that is watching the diversity amongst the executives that are in Chemours and the staff at Chemours, but more so watching what they're doing for the community. And they're not doing it, again, me being in media, I don't see them doing it for, take this photo out.
The show.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
Take this picture. Mark, go over there, Mark, and stand next to the mayor or stand next to the governor. I don't see that. What I see is, you need help, you have STEM program, you have FOSSI, here you go.
That's right.
We'll talk to you later. You go ahead and do what you do.
Yeah.
So with that, right, and you're talking about the future inventors, the future chemists, the future. Where do you see, like, say, Eastside Charter, right? There's STEM programs, and I know you have a lot to do with that as well, right? When those kids leave Eastside Charter, with now being introduced to STEM, where do you see them in the next 15 years making an impact on Delaware?
Yeah, sure. So listen, I would not be doing my job if I didn't say that, first of all, I'd like to see some of those kids right in the hallowed halls of Chemours, helping us create a better world, right? But I see them as leaders across industries, right? So whether it's the chemical industry, whether it's financial industry, I mean, financial industry is a part of STEM, right? So if I zoom back a little bit and say what's important to us, we want to put those kids in a position to step into those leadership roles in STEM fields because those fields are growing faster than other sectors. Those fields are making more money than other sectors, so that has a generational impact. I think the previous guest talked a little bit about generational wealth shift. So we see in the next 15 years that we're making investments now in the community and in students like at Eastside Charter or through the kids that we're sponsoring as a part of FOSSI who are pursuing STEM degrees at HBCUs. We're making investments in changing industry leadership across STEM fields, right? And so that's my hope is that those kids go on to be leaders and innovators and change agents who bring that new thinking and those next big ideas that really take STEM industries like Chemours and others to a whole different level. I mean, that's the vision for us in the next 15 years, and that's why we're investing now. It's the long play.
Yes.
Right? It's the long play.
Have you, I'm sorry, I got one more.
Okay.
I got one more. Now, it's personal, right?
Absolutely.
Have you ever walked into a school, Eastside or whatever, and saw a little girl that reminded you of yourself?
All the time, all the time. And so it is personal, right? I don't take lightly the impact that leaders like myself, like Mark Newman, like others have when we open up and create those opportunities for kids, right? And so those interactions can be life-changing moments, right? And those are the kind of interactions that put me on a different path and put me on a path to achieve all that I have. So of course, absolutely. And let me talk about Eastside for a minute since you brought them up. So Chemours invested $4 million to support Eastside Charter and Servium as well. But at Eastside Charter, we're building a whole STEM hub. It's called the Chemours Community STEM Hub.
Nice.
Right? And so that's going to be a destination where students are going to come, be exposed to STEM, be given experiences that we hope will change the trajectory of their lives, and in the same way that my life was changed through that kind of interaction. Chemours volunteers are lined up to try to get into that building and bring some of their knowledge and expertise. And we're not just doing it by talking at the conceptual level, we're bringing science to life for kids. So we're gonna be at the career fair this week, but I'll talk about just one of the things that we're doing is we're actually creating a mini hydrogen-powered vehicle. And so let's not get into the science of hydrogen, but just know that that's clean energy.
Right.
That's clean energy that is powered by Chemours chemistry, by what we do. Right. So it's making that kind of connection between our work and the things that are a part of people's lives every day that make it real for kids and fun for kids, and make them decide. And it has to happen at those early ages, decide, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what's crazy? What's ill? My daughter goes to Apex, right, which is an extension of Eastside Charter,
Apex Honors
right?
Program.
And they're in there talking about hydrogen. So my daughter's coming home, you know, with these science projects, like, hey dad, and I'm like, oh shoot, like, so,
that's clean energy. That's the future, right? That's the future.
And you made a perfect segue that this Friday is the college fair. So we will give a plug. DETV will be in the building. Doing on-site interviews, talking to organizers, corporate partners, students who just received a scholarship, because you know they do on-site scholarships, right? Like parents as well, like right there.
there.
So you make reference to you're investing into these students, right? And I do believe that, like you referenced, in 15 years, one of the main benefits that we'll see is, besides just changing their lives, we're going to see a more diverse industry.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
So that takes vision from you. So my question is this, because when you look at HBCU Week specifically, in 2023, it's not hard for HBCU Week to get corporate partners. But when they were first starting and they didn't already have a name and that brand, Chemours stepped up to the plate and partnered up with them. Why? What is it that you saw to make you say, we're going to support this movement?
That's right. So I'll say it again, right? One of the things that makes Chemours different is not just the products that we create that are making lives better, right? Sustainable, clean energy, technology. But one of the things that makes us different is we believe in the power of people and that we can do well by doing good and doing what's right. That was always a differentiator for us. And then the second thing that I said, I'm gonna repeat it again, is that we believe that the next big innovation can only be realized if we invite the most diverse set of leaders and talented folks to the table. And in our industry right now, right, you know, we have 12% of the population is black, but only 8 or 9% of that population is in STEM, and even less in chemical industry, right? So we are not as inclusive and diverse as we need to be. So we knew that we needed to take leadership to help invest and change the industry, right? And it wasn't enough to just talk about it. You know, don't talk about it, be about it, right?
Yes.
And so it was about turning fond words into action. And so when HBCU Week came to us and said, hey, Chemours, can you support one student with a scholarship? We said, we can do you better than that, right? We're gonna create a whole scholarship program and we're gonna support 5 kids. That's where it started, 5 kids. And then we said a couple of years later, we're gonna go even one further than that. We're gonna take this program to the industry And that's how Fosse was born. Fosse was born because Chemours stepped up and said, HBCU Week, we got something good going here, but let's make it bigger than Chemours. Let's take it to the industry, right? We had that vision, and we knew that we could bring others along, and we know that that is what it's going to take for us to sort of change the face of what STEM looks like, right? So now, fast forward, we have now generated between Chemours, HBCU Week, and our industry partners and other companies, 600 scholarships, right? That's $40,000, 600 scholarships. I'll do the math for you. That's $24 million, right? And so, and that's in what? 5 years, Tom?
Yeah.
And so that's what that's how you affect change. So our vision is to change the industry, that, you know, you need to be about it and not just talk about it. And so that's, you know, that's who we are. That's who Chemours is. A lot of people don't know Chemours because we're only 8 years old.
Yeah.
But I want you to know that Chemours is not a basic chemical company.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Chemours is a different kind of chemistry company. And if you don't remember anything else, just remember we are a different kind of company. So when we show up, you should expect different.
Yeah.
Right?
It.
That's who we are.
Oh, we got no more questions after
that. Thank you so much.
You got no more after that.
Yeah, thank you for, you know, we know you have a busy schedule, stopping by the plaza and sharing this time with us.
Thank you.
It was an amazing interview, and I will say once again, listen, I hope I never have to put another resume, but the fact that I have Chemours as the last Fortune 500 company on my resume, I'm proud of that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for having me today. You know, I'm always here for you all. Anytime you need me, you just ring us up. Chemours is here.
And same here. Same here. Whatever you need us. I mean, we got the ears to the street.
I still know some of your corporate accounts too. So just give me a call.
Just keep that on the hush.
I got you.
Right. You want to sign that NDA?
Right, exactly. Keep that on the hush. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Another great interview. Another capeless superhero. I think that's superheroes, right? And can you please relay a message to Mark?
Yes.
I would love my rice and peas. All right?
I will let him.
Mark, bring them on. We need to come. Mark, when you watch this, come on the show. Let's make a Jamaican meal. You know how we get down. You know, say it's a true yard man. So come on the show and let's make this pop, all right?
We can do that.
Right.
Look,
bless up.
Cooking with Chemours.
Oh,
the cooking show with you and
him,
Mark, right?
Man.
Over at the other studio because we got a whole kitchen and bam.
That's what's up.
We'll make it happen.
I love it.
Big up yourself.
There you go. Yard boy, right? Yard man.
Tell them what we got coming up next,
all
man.
right. Big Brothers is coming up next, right? Make sure you stay tuned. We're just a word from our sponsors and we'll be back. And you remember this? 2 and 2?
2 and 2.
You remember that?
We'll be
Love
back.
Connection. 2 and 2.
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
And welcome back right here to the plaza. I wish you could be here during some of these breaks.
Oh my God,
because
it's hilarious.
We just have such a great time, right?
Yeah, what it is, Meeshach, Radio Shack.
Meeshach is fine.
No, I like Radio Shack.
That's cool.
I know Meeshach from the MPV.
Right.
Remember
That's
that?
right. Yeah.
Like everyone they don't know Meeshach, right? They don't know Shack. You all just got introduced to Radio Shack.
There it is.
But we go back. Everyone at this table right now goes back. We go back to the Circle, DSU, Conwell, Evers.
Oh, man,
steak night, a steak and shrimp night at DSU.
Oh, in the cab.
In the cab.
I used to always have extra tickets.
That's right. That's right. So who we got today?
Yeah,
next,
man. So before we introduce him personally, let's talk about who he's representing here today.
It's very
because
important.
we already know he's a great brother.
We had some good brands. Now we got another
great brand. So today we have Big Brothers Big Sisters of Delaware, which is evidence-based mentoring is what makes Big Brothers and Big Sisters Delaware different from all other organizations. Their mission is to create and support mentoring relationships that ignite the power and promise of youth. Their vision is for all of Delaware's youth to achieve their full potential. Since 1964, with locations in each county, BBSDE has provided caring adult members, betterly known as BIGs for at-risk youth, better known as littles. So adult volunteers are vetted, specially trained, and matched with children based on common interests and the child's special needs. Volunteers serve as friends, mentors, and role models, helping children primarily from single-parent homes gain greater self-confidence.
That's nice.
These bigs encourage their littles to see themselves positively and realize their potential for a happy and successful future. Join me in welcoming Big Brothers Big Sisters of Delaware's Community Development Director, Mr. Ronike Haynie. What's up, brother?
Big bro, what's happening?
Thank you. I appreciate the both of you guys.
Man, same here.
You don't know.
Let's all not lean on the table at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I'm backing up, because I don't know how strong this table is, right? Because I got the big dogs in here. But seriously, man, he mentioned it, right? And I will say this, because, we share the personal with everything else. I didn't know this brother in college, right? So, I'm a little old. I'm not from Delaware. I didn't know him. But once we started doing homecomings, right, and we started to meet these different generations, my man stood out. Right, I have videos of you, bros, from back in 2006. Right, talking about Meeshach and SWAT. You know what I'm saying? Homecoming, y'all doing it, and I didn't even really know him then. Right, so that just showed the level of support that he had. Yeah, and it just made me. We just got cool over all these years, man. So pleasure for having you. Please let the people know what you got going on at Big Brothers.
Man, first and foremost, I appreciate the both of you, man. You guys do great work in the community, and you are big brothers of your own. I played football against Ivan when I was in high school. We were terrified of those guys at Glasgow, and that was just respect. And the both of you guys, you walk with respect, so it's easy to give that. And I'm a man of a certain age, so my hat goes off to you.
No, thank you.
And that's the reason why I'm here.
Yeah,
for real.
Thank you.
Our mission is to create and support mentoring relationships, like you mentioned. I've been a big brother before Big Brothers. As I got older, I was able to put in perspective on what my superpower was. I coached football for over 20 years. I've been a youth advocate. I work with adjudicated youth. I work with in traditional school settings. And so now here as a director, it just makes sense of providing services for our youth statewide. It is a daunting task because we've identified a mentoring cultural shift. So a lot of kids are not as vested post-COVID, and their parents are younger as well, too. Yeah. So a lot of people of our certain age, we've heard of Big Brothers, we've heard of Big Sisters, we have been to the Boys and Girls Clubs, we frequent those places, so it's every 5 to 10 years, kids change, technology changes, society as a whole changes. So we're in this process right now to adjusting and evolving and expanding our mentor, because primarily we're one-to-one community based. Now it's that, and we're expanding and doing more group mentoring. We have a great program right over there at Howard High School. A program's called Beyond School Walls, Career and Workforce Readiness.
Nice.
Originally it was partnered with JP Morgan and Chase. We've been doing it for 3 years. We was down to College of Business. We had Meeshach on. We partnered with the Career Pathway of Academy of Finance. Great group of young people. I engaged the juniors and the seniors there. They're well in tune with financial literacy, real estate and investing, banking. Great group of young people. So we're going in our third year. We're doing good over there. And all of it is just life and executive skills, social emotional learning.
Yeah.
We're also at Bancroft. We're trying to get back in a lot of schools here in Wilmington.
Right.
So this is a great opportunity for me to provide that group mentoring.
Yeah.
And that is just more structured.
Yeah.
You know, versus a one-to-one situation, even in the school, it's just got to be more than, hey, what did you do this weekend?
Yeah.
So we actually trying to do more by getting one-to-one mentors, recruiting bigs to become volunteers in group mentoring as well as the community base. And the group mentoring portion is just, we always have a site person, so you just help structure that relationship, because there are individuals out there that want to be bigs but don't really know how to.
Right.
You know, and I'm also, some of them are actually, the disconnect will be, well, he's younger than I am, and, you know, he may be black or he may be white, and like they're trying to find the disconnect. So with our structured evidence-based curriculum, we help do that.
Evidence-based
curriculum.
Evidence-based curriculum. I love it. Now, I used to be a big.
You're still a big.
Right.
Oh, no.
A big one.
Right. Go ahead, my fault. Don't laugh at him.
I was down south and the dude said that, like, you sure is a big one.
That's better than still call me a red bone. I said, what? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yo, that's the bad part. We be on some serious stuff, and then a joke break out, right?
That's an organic conversation.
Yeah.
That's why you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
But I used to be a big. The year before I went to college, I sat a year out before I went to Del State, and I was working at Chrysler. It was it was new to me. I felt like I needed to give back, and I did it, right? And when I was doing it, I think that was probably the first time I ever felt a meaningful place of being alive.
Right.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I want to say that was the trigger to say, you got to do something else, or you got to do that, because that was my first time coming out of high school. Sat a year, I went to Chrysler, and then I was good. I was making money, and then I was like, you know what, I need to do something. And it was a good experience. I know, but can you explain to the people that are watching how important it is for a mentor to be in some of these kids' lives right now, especially right now?
Man, it's so deep. Post-COVID, we're still, that first graduating class graduated last year, and they're struggling. So if you have a big in your life, someone that gives you life lessons and helps you connect the dots with those transferable skills, the things you already know that may transfer into the workforce, or even expose you.
And that's soft skills, right?
Yeah,
soft skills and hard skills.
Answering the phone, man.
Yeah.
Answering the phone.
Email,
you can be customer service.
Yeah.
Exactly. Proper emails. All those things can transcend into the working world. And a lot of kids already have those skill sets. But you got to think about it. Most kids don't even know. They're overly exposed to technology, right? They know how to use a cell phone, but they're not familiar with 411. They're don't know to push 0 to get the operator.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's those things, but those are the things we teach in our.
My daughter, we was in the car, right? And we called my mom in the car, and is being the busy signal. My daughter panicked.
She thought it was something happening.
Yeah.
She thought it was the purge sound.
Yeah.
I got one.
Yeah.
I got one. We in the car with my son, right? We had like a U-Haul. We got a U-Haul and we were moving. And I guess it was an older U-Haul. And I was like, yo, wind down the window. And it wasn't automatic windows. You would have thought I asked him to solve to start a space program.
Or to do an SAT.
What? He was looking like,
man.
well, how does it? He started saying, go down. I said, that's not how it works, brother. Go ahead and turn that.
Wait a minute. What
he was like, go down. Like this isn't voice activated. It's not an AI U-Haul truck.
Man, but those things, it's the serious. We look at things so much different because we're men and people of a certain age.
Right.
You know, I mean, I heard so many different stories, and even engaging the K through 5 group, and even 6 to 12. You'd be like, look, I had 2 kids this past fall, and I was teaching them social emotional learning skills, right?
Right.
So they were a kindergarten and first grader, and they were too active to actually sit down.
Okay.
So I ended up teaching them with using a game, red light, green light. And I taught them, I forgot the term I'm looking for. I taught them self-control.
Okay.
And when they would stop, how do you feel when you stop? Shadrach. That was his name. Shadrach.
There's a Shadrach there?
Shadrach, yeah.
You know you got it.
He's only in the first grade.
I got it. That's
He's
right.
a guy, though.
Shout out to my cousin Shadrach. We got a Shadrach,
And he
too.
says to me, I said, how do you feel when you stop? I feel like I want to go. I want to keep running.
Wow.
So how do you feel in the classroom when you want to get up, talk to your friend, go to the desk, go here, run around? I need to stop. I want to go, but that's self-control.
That's a great
Shadrach and Willie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shadrach and Willie. Those are my two guys, but it's just finding ways to engage.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's a powerful thing, man.
Why do you do it, man? Well, I'm fascinated with people's why. Now, I remember, like you said, high school, college, you know. Why do you do it? Because, again, just like with everyone else, you could have been doing anything else in the world. You coached for 20 years, and I watched you.
Could have been in football right
now. You're traveling and doing all this. Why this, man, and why you?
I feel it's like it was my superpower. I didn't have a big brother or a big sister. I remember my mom telling me just recently, that she was going to get me the program, and I didn't want to do it.
Wow.
I never really lived around my family. I'm not originally from Delaware either. You know, I was born in East Orange, New Jersey. Also lived in Long Branch, and I was never around my family. So I had adopted family, and my philosophy in life is try to be the person that I needed coming up.
Understood.
Father, coach, whatever. That's my philosophy.
Well, thank you, man, because, you know, and thank you, because, and I say that as, you know, young black men, right, growing up, like, we never, a lot of us didn't have the path laid out for us.
Right.
And life circumstances and events and situations and issues created a roadmap for us, you know. And like I remember my first time going to college, like I sat a year out, and I was like, "Yo, hell with this!" Like working on assembly line, right? And I remember my mother said to me, the people that you meet in college, you will always be friends with," and it was the truth. So when I went to college and just watching. And then, again, full circle. That's the word for the day, right? Full circle. And watching you two from way back when we were knuckleheads and we were doing whatever we was doing, but now becoming responsible citizens, right? And giving back to a generation that needs us, it means a lot.
It does.
You know what I mean? So if no one has ever said it to you, we on the
You
delegate.
too, brother.
I did. We ain't talking about me right now. We
Okay.
talking about.
Okay.
Just talking about my vision, my vantage point of watching the growth in you, right? The growth in you, Meeshach, and how you guys are just continuously giving back when money is not even on the table.
Because I don't have it.
Let's talk about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So thanks for doing what you do, brother. And thanks for changing these lives. Tell it. That's your camera. Tell the community what you need them to help. You know, donations, whatever, volunteers.
Donations, and also we're a big dire need for bigs, male, female. You can go on Big Brothers, BBBS, it's 3 B's, BBBSDE.org. You can sign up to become a big. If you want to enroll your child, we also constantly recruit for that as well too. But we're in a dire need of bigs, especially male bigs, especially men of color, all shades. You know, so we're looking for those men who want to be that person in someone's life.
Got you. Also, there's a big announcement that you came to DETV to make.
Yes. So, like we mentioned before, man, we're just trying to reestablish our brand and get our names back in people's mouths and let people know what we're doing. So, doing that, we have another community. We big on community collaborations and also business collaborations. We're collaborating with our great young man right here.
Oh, shizzle.
Yes, and so he's one of the newest members on the team. I actually brought him something.
Okay, all right. Give him his flowers.
Give him his flowers. There we go.
Oh, you're part of the Big Brothers, Big Sisters?
Yes, man.
Good money.
We coming for everybody. You.
Right.
Coming for everybody.
Love it. We here for that.
We need it.
We here for that.
So, if I could tell my personal story, right? I'm from a single parent household. Grew up in the Bronx during the crack era when it was super wild. And shout out to my moms. Right? She was strong and she really held it down. Right? And she understood the balance in between keeping me safe, but still understanding as a young man, I'm gonna have to experience certain things for myself. Right? And I was blessed to have that, but there's so many people who don't have it.
Right.
And even with us in college, in high school and everything, I didn't have any experience with mentors.
Right.
And if I would have had someone in my life, now once again, I'm thankful for everything, but if I would have had people in my lives at certain points that I could look to, that looked like me, that I respected, to tell me, hey, you don't have to make this move or make that move, I would be even further. So
no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I was so honored when Big Brothers Big Sisters approached me. I'm honored to be the new brand ambassador.
Right.
And we're going to take this thing all the way to the top. So all my brothers and sisters out there, I'm going to be coming for you.
Right.
We need your help. We need bigs. We're about to make being a big deal right here in Wilmington.
No, that's dope.
And Delaware, not just
dope.
Wilmington, a big deal in Delaware.
Yeah. Congratulations, my man.
Working, man. That's it, man. Thank you.
And you know what's so ill, man? It's dope, man. It is, man. It's dope. It's dope. I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. I'm happy that God created y'all. You know what I mean?
Man.
Because
that's real, man.
There's like, again, you don't know like the people that you meet 20 years ago. And then remember, like when I had the idea about DETV,
in the basement.
we was in the basement by the water bugs and the whatchamacallers, right?
And I'm like,
and
man.
now we're
smelled like
supporting
incense
everybody.
down there, too.
We become the people that push the buttons, man. We become the men that push the buttons.
Yeah,
but I seen it though. I seen it like I told you, like even back then, you guys walked with respect. Mm-hmm. You were always the guys. That's the term now. Like you always were the guys. Mm-hmm. So it was easy to respect you guys. It was you guys exposed me like you were a big brother in my sense. Mm-hmm. Not just from going out being partying for what you were always real. Like this organic conversation, organic relationship.
Yeah,
it's the aura and vibes you guys give. It's natural. It's special that we're here right now.
Yeah.
It is.
My man. All right, Kate was superhero number 4. All right, thanks for coming. You know, keys to the plaza. Right. Anything that you got going on, a word you need to get out, man. You definitely stop by DETV.
Appreciate you.
And we got you, baby. We got you, man.
Thank you, my brother. We about to take it all the way to the top.
Oh man,
to the tizzy
top. There we go.
To the tippy. All right, we're gonna take a real quick break, and we come back. We have.
I'm hungry.
God.
I ain't gonna lie. All this
Jesus.
excitement got me hungry.
ROOTED AF. One of the most dynamic. How can I say this? Restaurants,
vegan experience
that you will ever experience here in this side of the Mason-Dixon.
Great cheesesteaks.
The chopped cheese?
I had it.
Bro, what's that like? The chopped cheese?
I thought she was lying.
I thought she was too.
I ain't never tell her that. I thought I just gotta be meat.
Dog, right.
I thought she was lying.
I need some stock. I need some stock. We'll be right back after this message. We're coming back with the owner of ROOTED AF. I can't wait.
2 and 2.
2 and 2, baby.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
For the one, for I'm shit.
It's all right, because it's just a great show. It's energy.
I'm sorry.
He said that too?
The energy got me.
It's cool, man. He AF already.
Right. Yo, I'm just so overwhelmed right now, right?
Me too.
My fault, Dennis. I didn't mean it. I'm so overwhelmed right now because there's a lot of stuff going on. And me and this sister hooked up last week.
Yeah.
Maybe about 10 days ago, and did a podcast here at the station, right? And we talked everything from they cloned Tyrone and food.
Painkillers. Yep.
And food, right? And sometimes they said you don't really know who you're talking to unless you travel a good distance travel with. Mm-hmm. But our travel was conversation, right? And I had to bring her back because she's just doing some amazing things in the community down at the Chancery where you could catch her restaurant, Rooted AF. And welcome to the show, Nikita Thomas. What's happening?
Yo, so I have to thank you guys for even allowing all of these amazing superheroes to use your platform. I think that representation is just so important, and to see these people doing so many different things bless me as well. I just want to say thank you guys first. Of course, thank you for allowing us to do that podcast. Got to do it again. You already know. It was just a good time. Some things just are organic. So I just felt really good doing that. So, yeah.
Dope.
Wait, I'm supposed to talk about myself, right?
Yeah.
So hard to do. Okay, so real quick, my name is Nikita Thomas. I am a certified holistic nutritionist. I own two things, actually. I own a apothecary, which is a plant-based apothecary, where if you have any ailments, you can go online to guysgreenearthrx.com to stop doing that.
It's him, man.
It's been this energy this whole
you can
day.
go on the website, and so if you have any ailments, a lot of the common ones, like we just released something called magic mushroom, and no, it's not psychedelic mushrooms, but it is a 14-grade adaptogen that helps people fight depression symptoms, which is very near and dear to my heart. It is the reason why I got started, so I would be remiss if I did not mention that. Secondly, I started Rooted AF in December, so we're coming up on a year. We've done so many amazing things, and we plan on doing many things in the future. One of which is we launched in both ShopRite and Jansen's Market. The empanadas are there now, but we plan on doing a tasting. Okay?
Okay, one thing.
Because one thing I'm going to do is make you a believer.
Jesus.
I'm not even going to tell you it's vegan, so if you don't catch this, you won't know. But when you bite into this, you will be convinced. So that's number one. That tasting will be September 22nd at 4:30.
That's next week.
That's Friday.
That's Friday.
That's Friday.
We here.
Okay, so this
Friday,
we need you to take your butt down to
Walnut ShopRite.
Walnut ShopRite and get it.
Street ShopRite. ShopRite on the riverfront.
Hold the box up so people can see the box.
Where am I holding it?
Right there. That's your camera.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Check this box out. So if you want to try it before you buy it. We'll have some there for you guys to taste test. And then we're doing another launch tasting at Jansen's Market September 30th, where we'll have more empanadas for you to try and just come out and support. That's what it's about. We support each other. Any chance I get to utilize my platform, I'm going to use that to be able to push someone else or push something with intention. So for me, that is healing, making an impact in the culture, because I really think that there's a chemical warfare out there. I think it's greater than empanadas. I'm really pimping empanadas, to be honest. So I can use that as a stage for me to speak to how to defeat depression in your home.
Right.
Because what if you don't have insurance?
Right.
What if you can't afford the drug?
Yeah.
So then what do you do then? Do you just suffer? So what do I teach then? What do I use this platform then? Well, here's a little tip for that. The brain is made up of about 80% water. One of the ways you can make a great impact on your depression is by drinking more water. And not just more, let's talk about how much, right? If you drink half your body weight in ounces, you can make a significant impact in depression symptoms. That's water. They've overcomplicated this thing called health and healing for the sake of capitalism. We know this, right? So if you can simplify things by just getting rest,
right,
and drinking water.
Just
take those steps.
Gotcha.
Start right there.
If I'm wrong, call me out on it. I want you to take a nap and drink some water.
That's it.
That's simple. 1 + 1 is 2.
I agree.
And maybe have an empanada every now and then.
All right.
And that
Speaking of empanadas,
from you.
Look, can I see your box and so you brought empanadas with you, right?
I did.
All right. I love this. Look, 29 grams of protein, 100% vegan, dairy-free, soy-free. And on the box, it is...
Great packaging, by the way.
Yeah.
Right? This looks like A1 packaging. This isn't just thrown together.
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest thing for me with packaging is I believe that people, the eyes are the windows to the soul.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I knew people would be seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make sure that I was planting seeds. Whether you eat the food or not, even if you buy it or not, when you're passing by, you're saying, I'm rooted in gratitude. I'm rooted in excellence.
That's nice.
I'm rooted in love.
Yo, that's fly.
That's
dope.
I like it.
Kind of makes me wonder what other people's packaging is about, but we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah.
I will say I did create this design absolutely with intention.
I love it.
Beautiful.
I love it.
So I actually, really quick, I stopped eating like red meat a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my next step, I did like 3, you can't tell. My next step in the next few years is
I poke my eye out over there.
Okay.
I feel different, right?
Okay.
So, my goal is to go vegan eventually. I already told my family.
Me too.
But my question for you is for people who are not even thinking of it, please let them know the benefits of why you feel they should go vegan-based diet.
So I'm not gonna go off feeling. I'm gonna go off of facts.
Okay.
If you decide to go to a plant-based diet, you will improve your blood pressure. You will improve how you respond to insulin, which is how you respond to carbohydrates and things like that. So you'll be preventing diabetes or reducing your diabetes as a whole. Weight loss. For me, I never really struggled with my weight. So when I took the plunge, so to speak, it improved my mental clarity. It improved my energy.
Why'd you take the plunge?
I went through a breakup. And for me, I make sense out of everything that I do. I went through a breakup, and I knew that people can sometimes be an addiction, and I knew that my brain would take a pivot and want to replace that addiction.
Right.
So rather than allowing my emotions to go haywire and choose that thing, I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym. You know what? I'm going to go.
You replaced it with something positive.
It with something positive.
Yeah,
I knew it was going to connect to something. I just chose my addiction.
And that's the way it goes. It's going to connect to something. And
Absolutely.
you just chose your addiction. I love it. I love it.
Well,
and
glad.
I just was so elated. I was like, I feel amazing.
Right, and stayed there.
And I stayed there.
All right, I'm gonna try to stay there when I'm empanadas past them things.
Nah, because I've been sidetracked this whole time. Like, I didn't even hear some of the intro or none of that because I'm smelling the empanadas. So
Bro.
I was actually just in Puerto Rico a few weeks ago. So I was
Oh my
empanada
God.
crazy.
See that smile? That's my favorite
Oh my
thing.
God.
Is when people now he's the confused
Bro,
one.
yeah, he
Like,
the
what is
confused
this? When they take a step back and look at it like this,
There
There's
is
stages,
no way.
There's stages to this.
So there's no way. And even so what I would want, empanadas is good, but I'm Jamaican. If you could make me one of these vegan patties,
I got you.
I would be outside stalking you in front of this place because this is
That
absolutely
is
delicious.
insane.
It's all about the dough.
Hey Brandon, come try one of
When it
these.
comes to-
Brandon's
poppin',
vegan.
yo.
Brandon's vegan.
Pull up, Brandon. Listen, I'm giving all the smoke.
He's
Come on.
pescatarian. Okay.
You could be anything
Yo, this is
Atarian.
poppin'.
It doesn't
How long
matter.
we popping?
And tell the
And
truth.
I'm not just
Shame
saying
the
that.
devil. And we're open 7 days a week. Most
You wanna try one?
vegan
Come here.
spots, most
We got my
plant-based
man.
spots close early. We are open 7 days a week. We close at 9 o'clock on the weekdays, and we close at 10 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. And Sunday we close at 7. So that's super cool because it's Black Restaurant Week. So when other places are closed down, you always can come stop by us and grab something real quick. So your plant-based options kind of have expanded because my hours are 7 days a week, close at 9 o'clock.
Perfect segue. As a Black restaurant owner,
Okay.
what are your feelings on Black Restaurant Week?
What are my feelings on Black Restaurant Week? Everything is about representation, ultimately. So for me, it's just another opportunity for people to see Black people doing something different in their community. I remember growing up, and the only thing I knew of was doctor, lawyer, engineer. now it's a wealth of different things that you can do, and entrepreneurship, especially for Black women in particular, has taken off.
Yeah.
So it's important for people to see us. And so when you call something Black Restaurant Week and you bring people out, that's an opportunity for us to grow in business, especially because so many of us lost businesses during COVID.
Right.
I forgot the percentage, but I believe it was about 2/3.
Yeah.
It was a crazy amount. So the support is different. The support means something extra special. When you come and support us, you pour into our communities.
Right.
You pour into the idea of a young girl who looks like me or talks like me to empower her to be able to do something in her future. And that's super important, which is why I love the cast of people you had on the show before me, because it's like, I didn't know that was a job. And I didn't know that was like, what our people are doing great things.
Yeah.
So.
Facts.
I'm sipping on.
You
something.
sipping?
I'm sipping.
That's hibiscus rose. Hibiscus rose. I create everything with intention.
Right.
Hibiscus rose is an herbal tea that I originally created to help regulate blood pressure. So if you have a blood pressure issue, and I would go on live and test it. I would go on live and let you have hibiscus rose, test your blood pressure before and test your blood pressure after, maybe like 10, 15 minutes after. That's how confident I am in what it is that I do. I haven't just done this thing. I've done it. I've tested it. I've used it myself. So you can't really debate with me. As you can, I'm an athlete. So what I'm going to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. I'm going to exceed your expectations every single time.
So you see why I had to bring
Do you do music?
No.
No, it's just the confidence in the way she's talking.
I'm from Jersey. That's where it
is.
comes from.
I was about to say you got balls. I'm about to say, listen,
right.
Can we get a rooted AF freestyle, please?
She was like,
dope,
no,
yo.
I'm from Jersey.
That's it.
It's a Jersey thing. That's it.
This is the perfect person.
You see what
as a lad. Yeah.
Yeah, you see exactly why I was like, yo. Yeah. I was like, yo, sis, come on, what you doing tonight? Let's do this podcast, because like talking to her is like going through an almanac, right? Like anything you know. We could talk about anything from the migration pattern of Canadian geese to who won the Super Bowl last week. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And we can have a real live conversation about the migration of Canadian geese, right? Get you
That's a good one.
That was it. But Rooted AF in stores starting this Friday.
It's there now.
Oh shoot!
Go to your shop.
You know, it's there now.
Go down.
But come to see me. Support. I want to see it. I love validation. I don't care. I know it's probably not what you're supposed to say, but that's what keeps me going. It's like, okay, the people, the community has come out and support. I went by ShopRite the other day on Walnut Street, and they said they were sold out. How validating is that for a girl to start a business in December?
Jersey. A girl from Jersey.
Start a business in December, come out in stores before, big stores.
Yeah.
ShopRite here, Jansen's here.
Yeah.
And then go only less than a week later to see that it's sold out and have to bring more.
Let's change this conversation. Let's change this conversation. Right? How much time we got? Oh, we want to wrap it up. That boy, I was ready going to the whole business.
I was ready.
I was ready to go to the whole business, John. Okay, we got to wrap it up. We got a cooking show coming on next.
Okay.
Again, this Friday, and Jensen's and Super.
This Friday, September 22nd at 4:30 p.m. I'm going 4:30 to 6:30 while supplies last. September 30th at Jansen's Market from 1 to 3:30.
All right.
There it is.
Love it. We might have to stop by there.
Got to.
Right before
I'm going to the restaurant too, man.
Yeah, the restaurant. Chop. If you're paying attention, and I know you are.
Chop cheese.
She has a sandwich down there, right? Because you know, and Philly they call cheese steaks. In Baltimore, what do they call?
Who knows? I don't know.
In New York, but they call them chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese.
In New York.
Chopped cheese is what cheesesteaks aspire to be.
Oh, bloof, gunshots.
Talk dirty to him.
Golly,
Talk dirty to him.
You are spicy.
Talk dirty to him. All right, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much for coming.
I
We'll see you next
y'all.
week. I got you next week for the podcast again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
All right, and we might have to bring Shaq on this one.
The empanada was good AF, yo.
Yeah, we gotta get. I'm holding down for. I'm
No,
looking.
Take your hand off. You
I'm gonna get us the dinners.
You gave away too many already.
That's why you looked at me like
I
that.
was like, yo,
That
I
Bronx
wish
is
you
coming
to.
out.
Yo, you see?
I was gonna wait for him to reach for that last one.
No,
like,
I'm
bro.
giving that to Dennis. But yo,
All right,
you was like,
give it to Dennis.
I
'cause
called
that's
my
our
man.
He
I called him
sold
over.
us down.
Okay, good morning, Wilmington. We'll talk
It's a
right
wrap?
after this. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
We love y'all. Oh, wait a minute, what's that?
No, we can't.
Carrot
Yo,
cake.
listen, man.
Come on.
It's a
This
vegan
right here
carrot
is
cake.
the only place you want to be in the morning times. Good morning, Wilmington, DTV, Big Ive. Thank you for letting me come and rock out and all that. Today's energy was amazing.
You don't wanna buy it?
And this is what we're going to keep doing.
Just a
So
bite?
make sure you remember to support HBCU Week with all the events.
Right.
Today is the big concert going down. No, not yet. No. Because I'm going to body it. Today's the big concert going down right at
Fabulous.
the Queen. Fabulous and Monica.
I'll be there.
Starting at 7 p.m. But
Same.
before that is the happy hour at the Deco starting at 5 p.m. Make sure you support them. Make sure you support Black Restaurant Week, Rooted AF, and all the other
1313 North Market Street.
There it is. And all the other dope black restaurants and food trucks and everybody else in Wilmington. That's it, man. Good morning, Wilmington, DTV. We out.
That damn cupcake.